Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Queensland HQ. A very, very exciting day here today. From 244 teams statewide, we are down to our final 8 in each competition in the Kappa Queensland Cup for 2025. Thrilled to be joined once again by our South East Queensland Conference General Manager Damien Bresic to conduct the draw for the quarterfinals, semi-finals and final today for each of our 4 competitions. Damo, appreciate you joining us as always, mate.
Always a pleasure, Slater, at this exciting time when we see who's going to represent this great state of ours in the final 32 of this cup. So good luck to all 4 teams.
Fantastic.
Interesting draw. We've only got 4 NPL clubs left, so see how we go with it.
Yeah, so as you were alluding to, Damo, we've got the added carrot in the men, obviously, of the Australia Cup Round of 32 qualification, which will be our 4 quarterfinal winners. We will find out our pathway right the way through in the men's, women's, under-18 boys and under-18 girls. We are going to start with the men, as you alluded to, a very, very open draw this year with 4 MPL clubs and 4 FQPL clubs. If you want to tip the 8 balls into the pot, Damo. So just before we draw, so we've obviously got the 7 SEQ-based teams, and we've also got Marlin Coast Rangers as our regional final winner. So the stipulation with Marlin Coast, the fixture that they are drawn into will automatically be hosted in the Far North region at a venue to be determined by Football Queensland. So without further ado, let's draw the Queensland Cup men's quarterfinals.
Good luck to all. First one out is number 1.
Number 1 is Marlin Coast Rangers, our regional final winners for 2025.
Making the trek up to Cairns is number 5.
Ball number 5, Peninsula Power are heading up to Cairns.
Next one to host the quarterfinal is number 3.
Ball number 3, Rochdale Rovers, who defeated Gold Coast United in round 6.
And making the trip to Rochdale will be number 7.
Ball number 7, Gold Coast Knights. So another tricky away trip for Gold Coast Knights if they are qualified for the round of 32.
Our third quarterfinal will be hosted by number 4.
Ball number 4, Olympic FC at Goodwin Park.
Goodwin Park will host number 8.
Ball number 8, Taringa Rovers on a fairy tale run, of course, from FQPL 2. They will need to defeat MPL opposition to qualify.
And our last quarterfinal will be hosted by number 2.
Ball number 2 is Logan Lightning. We'll host out at Cornubia Park.
And number 6.
And they will host Brisbane City. So some mouth-watering matchups there, Damo. Just to recap for everyone. Marlin Coast Rangers against Peninsula Power. Rochdale Rovers hosting Gold Coast Knights, Olympic FC hosting Taringa Rovers, and Logan Lightning hosting Brisbane City. So very open draw. Yep. Some fantastic matchups there, and I think every team's going to have to work hard to win if they do want to qualify into the Queensland Cup semi-finals, but also the Australia Cup round of 32. So we're going to reset the balls now to come back to do the semi-final draw, and then we'll draw the final before we head on to the men's and women's and under-18 competitions. So,
all right, excellent.
All right, on to the semi-finals now, Damien. Kappa Queensland Cup men for the 4 quarter-final winners. We're going to chuck the balls in and work out what the matchups are.
So balls number 1 to 4 are in there.
That's right.
Hosting the first semi-final of the Kappa Queensland Cup will be number 4.
Ball number 4, so that'll be the winner of Logan Lightning and Brisbane City in the quarter-final.
And they will play the winner of game 3.
Ball 3, so that'll be the winner of Olympic FC and Taringa Rovers.
Hosting the second semi-final will be the winner of game 2.
So that'll be the winner of Rochdale and Gold Coast Knights.
And they'll obviously play then the winner of number 1.
Which will be the winner of Marlin Coast Rangers and Peninsula Power. Fantastic. We'll reset again and draw the final out so that we know who's got the home dressing room at the neutral venue. All right, now for the Queensland Cup final for the men. 2 balls in the pot to work out who gets the home change room and is considered the home team at the neutral venue, which will, of course, be announced closer to the time.
So balls 1 and 2
swirl away, Damo.
Okay. So the home team for the final will be the winner of game 2.
So that could be Rochdale, Gold Coast Knights, Marlin Coast Rangers or Peninsula Power.
And then obviously the away team will be number 1.
So that could be Logan Brisbane City, Olympic FC or Taringa Rovers. Fantastic. We'll reset again. We'll come back and do the women's.
Okay.
All right, we're now back for the Kappa Queensland Cup women's quarterfinals. Now it works a little bit differently in the women's, Damien. We've still got a regional final to be played, which doubles as a quarterfinal, and then we've got 3 SEQ-based ties. So at the time of filming, there's still games to be played up in regional. So we're going to draw out what the potential matchup may be in the regional final, and of course the venue will be at Football Queensland's discretion, pending who qualifies. So 2 balls in the pot.
And this would be the home team for the regional final is team 1.
So ball 1, so that could be Mackay Lions or Doon Villa, pending the result in that fixture.
And the away team will be ball 2.
Which is Edge Hill United or Brothers Townsville. So of course, once we know who's qualified, we'll then obviously work out a venue pending travel requirements and all that sort of stuff. So we'll now reset and we'll draw the 3 SEQ-based ties. All right, now for the 3 SEQ-based ties.
Semi-finals?
Quarterfinals still. So we've got a very, very open draw again here, okay? So be interesting to see how we go if you want to put the balls in.
6 balls.
6 balls.
Sorry about the noise. All right.
Swirl away, Damo.
Hosting the first quarter-final in the Women's Kappa Cup is Team 7.
Ball number 7 is Eastern Suburbs.
And making the trip to Tigerland is number 6.
Ball number 6, Mitchelton FC. So we've got an all MPL affair there.
Quarter-final 3 is hosted by Team 4.
Ball number 4, Capalabar FC. Host out at Max Haynes Field.
Making the trip out, number 8.
Number 8, Brisbane City will make the trek out to Capalabar after a strong win in the last round against Souths.
Our 4th quarter-final is hosted by number 5.
Ball 5, Olympic FC at Goodwin Park again.
And going to Goodwin is number 3.
Ball number 3 is North Lakes United. So just recapping our 4 Queensland Cup quarterfinals in the women's. So the regional final will be Mackay Lions or Doon Villa hosting Edge Hill United or Brothers Townsville. And then for the SEQ-based ties, we've got Eastern Suburbs hosting Mitchelton. We've got Capalabar FC hosting Brisbane City and Olympic FC hosting North Lakes United. So some really fantastic matchups there. Super exciting to see who progresses through out of that into our semi-final, which we'll now reset the balls for and draw again.
Okay.
All right, back now, Damo, to draw the semi-finals for the Kappa Queensland Cup women. So we've got 4 balls, which obviously represent our 4 quarter-final winners. The regional final winner now comes into the main draw, of course, for the semi-final, but will be hosted in that particular region at a venue to be determined by FQ. So swirl around.
Hosting the first semi-final will be the winner of Game 3.
So that will be Capalabar or Brisbane City.
And making the trek out there will be Team 1.
So that will be the regional final winner. So that will obviously be hosted in the applicable region. So just recapping those teams that are still in that with Mackay Lions, Doon Villa, Edge Hill or Brothers Townsville.
And the second semi-final will be hosted by the winner of Game 4.
So that's Olympic FC or North Lakes United. We'll get the home semi-final as they progress.
And obviously is number 2.
Which is Eastern Suburbs or Mitchelton FC. So again, a couple of mouth-watering matchups there. Potential trip away for Capalabar or Brisbane City, depending on who gets through. So we'll reset now, and again, we'll draw the home team for the final, of course, for the home dressing room at the neutral venue. All right, now for the final. Damo, 2 balls in the pot, please, representing our 2 semi-final winners.
So the team deemed the home team for the final will be Team 1 or Game 1.
So that will be Capalabar or Brisbane City or the regional winner.
And then obviously Game 2 is this away team.
Yep, so that'll be Olympic, North Lakes, East or Mitchelton, depending on who qualifies through. So obviously a bit of water to go under the bridge before we get there, but exciting that our teams now know their path right through to the final.
Don't talk about water after all these rains later, please.
Fantastic. We'll now come back and we're going to draw the under-18 boys and girls. All right, welcome back everyone. We're now going to progress into our under-18 section of the draw. We're going to do the boys competition first. Now, the quarterfinals have already been drawn in this one, but due to obviously a few weather delays, they're still due to be played over the next couple of months. So our job today is to draw semi-final and final, obviously pending those results. So we've got 4 balls representing our 4 quarter-final winners. If you want to dump them in the pot for us, Damon. Good catch.
Play cricket. All right, so hosting the first semi-final will be the winner of game 3.
So that will be Moreton City Excelsior or Kappa in the under-18 boys.
And the away team in the first semi-final will be the winner of game 4.
So that will be Lions FC or Rochedale Rovers.
And hosting the second semi-final in the under-18 boys will be the winner of game 1.
So that will be Robina City or Ipswich FC.
And making the trip will be number 2, or the winner of game 2.
Which will be Gold Coast Knights or Coomera, pending, of course, those quarter-final results. So we'll reset again to draw home dressing room privileges for the final and come back. All right, now for the final, of course, home dressing room and home kit privileges at what will likely be a neutral venue. So balls in, 2 balls representing our semi-final winners.
Under-18 boys grand final host will be the winner of game 1.
So that will be Moreton City, Excelsior, Kappa, Lions or Rochedale.
And obviously the opponent will be ball 2.
Which will be Robina City, Ipswich FC, Gold Coast Knights or Coomera FC. So
3 Gold Coast teams there, Slater. Good,
it's
good
fantastic.
Gold Coast,
strong academies, of course, on the Gold Coast. So no great surprise there, but again, a few games to be played before we get to this point, but at least our under-18 boys teams now know their path right
path
to the final.
final.
So
good luck to them.
we will we'll reset again, and we're going to do the under-18 girls to finish off. All right, we're going to finish off with the under-18 girls. The same as the boys, quarterfinals have already been drawn. We're a little bit staggered with the progression of the fixtures at this stage due to the weather-enforced challenges, but again, our job is to draw semi-final and final. So let's 4 balls in the pot representing our quarterfinal winners.
Balls 1 to 4 are in. Hosting the first semi-final will be the winner of game 2 of our quarterfinals.
So that will be Brisbane City or Gold Coast United, 2 of our premier girls academies.
And the away team in that fixture will be the winner of game 4.
So game 4. So that could be the FQ Academy girls or the winner of Wynnum Wolves and the Gap, who are still to play as well. So again, some weather-enforced challenges there.
Hosting the second semi-final will be the winner of game 1.
So that will be Peninsula Power or Eastern Suburbs.
And final ball out will be the winner of game 3.
So that will be Lions FC and Logan Lightning. So again, some potential good games there. Like I said, a few of our premier girls academies still in that competition, and yeah, certainly we'll fancy their chances to progress through if they can play well. So we'll reset now and draw the balls for the final for the home dressing room. Okay, last but not least, under-18 girls final. So obviously 2 balls to put in representing our 2 semi-final winners for home dressing room privileges at the neutral venue.
So the home team for the under-18 girls final will be the winner of game 2.
So that could be Peninsula Power, Eastern Suburbs, Lions FC or Logan Lightning.
And obviously then game 1 is the away team.
And so that's a myriad of different teams it could be. Brisbane City, Gold Coast United, FQ Academy Girls, Wynnum Wolves or the Gap. So again, bit of water to go under the bridge. I know you don't like me using that term, Damien, but
it's all right. It's beautiful weather outside now, so hopefully we'll get a full round in this weekend and we'll be happy.
Yep. Now everyone knows their path. So from 244 teams statewide, we're down to our final 8 in each competition, and everybody knows their path through to the final. And of course, the added carrot in our men's competition of Australia
32,
Cup round of 32 qualification. So looking forward to seeing how these fixtures play out, of course, over the next couple of weeks and months. Please check Squatty for confirmed fixture details over the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us today. It's been our final Queensland Cup draw of 2025, so we appreciate your patience right the way through as we've whittled all our teams down to our final 8 and beyond. So thanks for joining us. Thanks again, Damo.
Thanks for having me. Good luck to all our teams. Play well and enjoy.
Thank you.